Hey guys, it's Jordanius here with another gameplay. I'm using Princess Leia and Evaan Verlaine this game because Evaan Verlaine's just been buffed by the recent patches. So I thought I'd test her out and see if she's any good at all. First off, though, I did want to say thank you all so much for the support on the last video. I never expected to get so many views in the first week, let alone like 50 views in the first day. So I'm really happy with that, and thank you all so much with supporting me in that. If you haven't seen the previous video, definitely check it out. I talk about what direction I want my channel to head in, and sort of videos I'll be producing as well. And there's also some good low-level leader gameplay in there, where I win with some lower levels than my opponents. So, in general as well, I got some good feedback from the last video. One person did mention they wanted the actual gameplay to be larger on the screen. So do let me know. Do comment below if that's something you agree with. If you'd like to see me increase my screen size over the decks on the side. But yeah, in general, a lot of people were quite happy with the layout and gave me some good positive feedback. So I'm really happy with that. Alright, as you can see, I've got a turret up in this game. He's doing pretty good. My opponent's got a bit of a weird deck, to be honest. He's not a Kyber player, but you can see the levels are pretty much the same. I'm one less leader level, but our card levels are pretty much the same. One of the good things about Leia that you want to do with her is just run into a turret and use your ability. And you can see I get the second turret here because the leader's really low. So again, I was talking about last game about I want to talk about when is a good moment to push. And obviously then was because he had no health packs and his leader was really low on health, and I had a lot of energy, so I thought, you know what, I'm going in here, I'm going to go for a big push. As you can see, it leads straight to the victory. So I'll talk more in the next game about Evaan Verlaine and how useful I found her. But yeah, as you can see in this game, it worked out pretty well for me. So, alright, on to the next game, guys. Alright, so we're into our next game. I'll give you the breakdown of Evaan Verlaine, whether I would use her in my layer decks or not, and whether I think she's sort of viable. First off, she's 2 energy, which is great. It's the lowest energy cost you can get since the energy net got increased to 2 from 1, obviously. So that's really great about her. The recent buff increased her damage per second by 50%. So that's really big buff from what she had before. So she's definitely more viable as a melee unit now. Her melee damage per second is 156 at level 2, which is what I have her at. Which is pretty much the same as my level 14 Grenadier. Which, if you think about it, is actually really good because Grenadiers do a lot of damage. Although it's not AoE, it's still good damage, that is. Her range DPS isn't as good. It's a 130 range, 130 damage per second, sorry, at 6.5 attack range. So not the best range either. You mainly want to deploy her as a melee unit for that damage per second, maybe on ATSTs, things like that, because you want to save your ability with your Royal Guards for the towers if you can with Leia. As you can see, I tried to do there. My enemy in this particular gameplay, even though he was callous, he was very passive. Tried to sit back a lot at the start of the game, so I was pushing in a little bit because I've got a ranged leader, getting off 3 shots on his units, whittling them down a little bit, because his leader wasn't even attacking most of the time because he was a melee leader. So that's a really good way to get the energy advantage if you're coming up against a passive melee leader. But yeah, she's got 781 health as well, Evaan Verlaine, which is almost double what my level 14 Grenadier has as well. So she can hold her own. Apparently, one of my guildmates, Rom, his Evaan Verlaine can pretty much take on 2 level 15 Bladesmen on her own. So if you really think about it, Bladesmen, how fast they tear things down, that's actually really good. So she is very viable for 2 energy as well. I definitely recommend using her in your decks now. Plus, obviously, with Leia, you want more organic units and faster units, ones that you can really use to rush and create distractions while you try and get into the tower to use your ability. As you can see in this game here, once he started pushing me with his high level callus, it was really difficult to deal with. His leader just wasn't dying when it was on the tower, and it did a lot of damage. So I knew there on my counter attack I had to take out that turret because there was only 20 seconds left of the game, and I knew, you know, one hit and my turret's dead, so I had to take a turret down. Even though I died, so I had to rush in. So this was a really good opponent. This guy, he played a bit passive at the start, but once he started pushing me, his high level leader, especially using a melee leader against Leia, she's quite weak in terms of health. So he was being really aggressive, and that did really work out well for him in the end. He did play his ATST on the side there, which, while it does mean it gets to attack the tower a bit sooner, he was completely leaving it unprotected, and he left his he jumped in with his leader a little bit late there, so I managed to get the kill. And I knew here, I was thinking, right, now is my time to go for this push, but he'd slowed me down with the nerve gas, and I knew if I die here he's going to get my tower, so I really had to go all out to get his turret, which I did manage. So that was a good game. He wasn't very happy about the defeat, as you can see, but oh well. In general though, guys, leave me a comment. Any leaders you want to see, or any units you want me to describe and how to play, just let me know so I can do them for you guys. But yeah, it's been Jordanis. Peace out.